Hey guys, welcome to the Canada Puck Podcast, your weekly recap of what's going on in the world of sports, specifically in hockey, specifically in Canada, but this week we're not talking so much about hockey. We're going to be doing something else. I'm your co-host, Mick. You can find me on Twitter at ProfitMick, and I'm joined every episode by my lovely and talented co-host. Yep. Boom. Got it. Nice. Yeah, no, it's good. It always feels like it's kind of that big culminating event. It's that nice climax at the end of the season. It's good times. I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say we have not been successful in the past doing this show. We've been close. We've been super close. Like, we've had something like 30-1 bets that are like 2 yards away from hitting. We've destroyed players' careers and they've like left franchises as a result of, who we think is going to be MVP in some scenarios. But I'm excited to see, what kind of lives we can ruin today. Mm-hmm. Something like that. Yeah, Rams Patriots or something like that. And yeah. I don't think he played. I think he was sitting in his street clothes on the side of and I was like, oh, that's an interesting. That's interesting. So, can't win them all. Yeah. I like it. So with that, off the top, I did say Canada Puck Hockey Podcast, where we might just take a quick second. We haven't talked for 2 weeks. We missed the All-Star Game festivities last week. I don't think anything noteworthy came out of it. I think the Metropolitan Division, which seems weird because when I remember looking at it, I feel like, I don't know, weren't there like all the young guys, kind of like the loser club people from that team? Like Nico Heischer was there, and I was like, I don't know if he counts as an all-star in this league. So, yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. That is a great question. Zero. Well, no, that's not true. I bet you all $1 million left, but it was not like a net gain, right? Like they probably got a check and they went home and cashed it or whatever, however they did it, right? But like they definitely lost more, out of the bank account. It was more of a top up scenario, so they didn't really get ahead. Mm-hmm. Pretty much, like when the girlfriend checked the bank account Monday morning, it was down several $1000s, and then it was back up on Tuesday. And she's like, it's been a banking error, honey. That's all you're noticing. So, yeah. Peppermint Hippo. Why are there all these charges in the Peppermint Hippo? Like, it's a candy store. Don't worry about it. It might be, I think they do one on South Park called the Peppermint Hippo, but it's like something like that, like the candy cane elephant. I don't know. I believe that is so. So with that, two big stories I guess happened this year. One's a joke, one's kind of not so much a joke. Montreal Canadiens did fire their head coach Deschamps after taking over like midway through last season, taking him on a cup run, getting a big extension, which we both laughed at the time and said, this is not going well. This guy, I think, fluked into it more than anything. So he's out. Martin St. Louis, Pee-wee hockey coach, fun-loving guy, Martin St. Louis is in. Mm-hmm. 100%. I mean, we literally are watching a franchise that sold their soul to get to the Stanley Cup Finals, right? And you're seeing the fallout of that continuously, right? Like it's been nonstop. Pretty much since the Lightning lifted the cup last year. I don't think anything good has happened to this franchise, right? Whether they're drafting or their star players are retiring or getting hurt and they're in their rehab and like the sky is falling and all of a sudden these young kids that had all this promise now are showing that like maybe they can't compete. Like Cole Caulfield looked like he was going to be a Rocket Richard candidate for the rest of his career. He's got 2 goals on the season, right? Like it is just bizarre, right? So I mean, yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's enough on that one. The Oilers also relieved coaching duties in Edmonton. So you got to believe Connor McDavid. I believe he's 5-6 seasons into his career. He's on his like fourth or fifth coach. Sucks. Yeah, I don't know. It's bizarre. It's one of those things where when you have mid, like below average goaltending and you want to be compete for a cup every year and you can't correct it. Like you can only do so much as a coach, right? Like the coach isn't on the ice stopping the puck. And I think that's kind of one of the situations where the Oilers find themselves in, where it's just they have these big glaring holes in their roster that they keep trying to like put glue over. I mean, like, once that glue hardens, it'll be fine. Like, it works just as well as tape. Don't worry about it. Huh. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's bizarre, right? That they don't have someone in place, right? Like those names, you just like, of course, like if they're gonna bring Babcock in, like do it mid-season, unless those guys are the conversations like, oh, we'd rather start in the off season because it's going to take a whole summer to implement our system, and we kind of want to get our feet wet, so we'll take over next year, and they have kind of like a wink wink deal kind of going on there. But like we've been talking about this issue for months, it almost seems, right? So this is just kind of that first pin. The fact they don't have somewhere to go and they're just going to throw the season away, I don't know, it doesn't really make sense to me, because you think like the clock is kind of ticking on McDavid at some point, right? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's kind of what I mean. Like they don't really have a lot of cards in their hands on the McDavid side, right? Like Connor can go anywhere in the league, make tons of money, right? Like really, it's unlimited. Like he go make $20 million a year somewhere, right? Like it's not like they have that extra year, but I mean, he could sign a 1 year deal and then sign the 8 year, right? Like it's just I don't know. It's one of those things where they're kind of playing with fire a little bit with the way they're managing this team, and I, I, that's the thing. He's like, look, man, we brought in Duncan Keith, a multiple time defensive defenseman. Like, what else could you ask for? It's true. Yeah. Come on, like you specifically put a heated driveway in your house in the city because it's so damn cold all the time. Like that should be reason enough to stay. You can't just move away. You can't. That's an investment in your future. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Like if you go to the Dallas Stars, you're losing money on this property. You can't afford to keep both properties. Yeah, that is, I don't know. Poor, weird, so weird. I don't think anything else noteworthy happened with any other Canadian team. Olympics are also happening. I don't have an emotional tie to this team because I don't care about most of the guys on the team. And it's weird how kind of I have a very strong emotional bond with hockey. So apparently, if it doesn't connect with me, I don't, I kind of don't pay attention. So, hmm, hmm, yeah, hmm, 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 yes, hmm, hmm. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's exciting. Ski jumping team, so they just all jump at the same time? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Nice. I that's exciting. I occasionally will flip on the Olympics in between, like if I'm watching like a basketball game or like a hockey game, and I'll flip it to and watch, for like an intermission or something. It's good kind of background noise. There's a lot of curling, and like much like golf, if I'm into it, I'm into it. But like, man, like curling, it can be on for 2 hours, and I'll be like, I have no idea what the fuck's going on. Like, I haven't paid attention at all. I've been on my phone the whole time, like doing everything else. So I think once we get past that, like curling's not on TV so much. And there's some fun events to watch, obviously, but yeah, crashing is fun. So sweet. So with that, I think that wraps up Olympics. What's going on? I guess we can kind of go through this week till next weekend. Hockey, nothing noteworthy. We kind of touched on those stories, but now we can get into the meat and potatoes. There's a reason why you see two football jerseys on your screen. Football is what we're here to talk about. So we're going to switch from NHL.com to NFL.com. We're going to talk about the big game. I think you have to call it the big game in advertising purposes. Otherwise, we can call it the Super Bowl. We're going to call this Super Bowl preview. Why not? Our Super Bowl. Yeah. Enough. Had enough. So what we're going to do is we have a theoretical gambling show. So we take $100 every single week. We bet them on NHL games. So we just kind of keep tabs. Sometimes we do well. Sometimes we do bad. Who knows? Sometimes we're down in big holes. We have like big 10-1 comeback parlays that hit, and we get back to even on a series, and we're like, that's great. What we're going to do today is we're going to take a bonus. $100 been deposited in our account, and we're going to put it on any number of bets we want. I think we each have like 9 or 10. So we're just kind of go through our little prop bets, give you our picks at the end. I do have a trivia that I haven't looked at, so I don't know if it's good or not, but I do have a trivia tab. I bought some cards. Baby of the week? Yeah. That is exciting. So, yeah, I have a big stack of cards, and I've been slowly working through on my desk here. So I'm excited to get some of your cards. There we go. So Super Bowl. LA Rams versus the Cincinnati Bengals. The old guy, Matt Stafford, who just seemed to suck, versus Joe Burrow, who can't be stopped. His knee tried to stop him, but only for one season. Comes back, marches triumphantly to the Super Bowl. I never saw it coming. They're like plus 120 to 1 odds to win the Super Bowl or something like that at the start of the season. I don't think Vegas saw it coming. Mm-hmm. Great. Oh no. Nice. That's it. That's what you're about. Not hard feelings. No one's crying. We're having a good time. So I like that. I like that. I like that. I've got my main bet. So what we did is 100 theoretical dollars. I have $50 on my kind of like my pick, my pick of what I think is going to happen. The rest I've kind of taken 9 other bets. I have 550 on each of those, so just kind of a splattering, a smorgasbord, as you will, across the way. So anything I give you, essentially, it's 550. That's what I'm going for. So I looked at lots of plus money. I went with random. In the past, I've tried to create a narrative and bet according with my narrative. Well, if my narrative's wrong, I bottom out. So I kind of just like threw darts, picked random things. I'm going to try new strategies here, see how well it pays off. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just going to roll it down. That's just kind of how I picked them off the site. I don't know if there's a specific order. First, so I have a tie in the first quarter for plus 300. I don't know how it's going to play out. Maybe there'll be some scores. But if nothing happens, or we get like 7-7 or 3-3, that's plus 300. That's not terrible. It's the first quarter of the Super Bowl. You know, I imagine Burrow's going to have some butterflies. Imagine Stafford probably. You know, it's been a long time coming for that guy, right? So I'm hoping maybe like 3-3 after one. And that gets me plus 300. I don't think that's terrible wager. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That echoes my sentiments exactly. I don't believe we'll see a touchdown being scored first. So I picked first score will be other than a touchdown. So that covers me on like a safety, and I guess I get field goals. But I only get plus 140. So I don't like my bet as much as yours. But 140. Oh, I see. Okay, interesting. Weird. And I have other than a touchdown. So there you go. Yeah. It's nice. It's nice. So that was my second one. Mm-hmm. Nice. Looking at my lists, there's really nothing systematic about it, but I do have, will there be a safety? I did actually put that, so I will throw that out there now at plus 700 for plus 1,000. So kind of 10 to 1, you can pick first half versus second half. I was leaning towards first half, but then I misclicked, and by the time I got down like to my betting card, it was just a yes. So I'll take a little bit less juice, and then I don't have to worry about the half. So safety plus 700. I do actually have that on my bingo card. There you go. Mm-hmm. Mm. Nice. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I didn't get too specific. I used most of my bets as I was going down before I got to like any of the player specific stuff. What else do I got? So I got some stuff. Let's go back to the first quarter. So will there either team score in the first 4 minutes and 30 seconds of the game? So that's probably at least a possession kind of per team. So unless I think it kind of goes punt, I'm going to hit this one. I'm going to go yes. So the first 4 minutes and 30 seconds for a yes at plus 235. Yeah, or something like that. Or like if there's a defensive play, like again, just a score, or at least opening drive, nothing happens. They punt the other team. The other team maybe kicks a field goal. Nice, nice. Hockey, speaking of Joe Burrow and his passing attempts, we're going to go with... Oh, wait, no, never mind. I'm going to go to the other side of the field with Matt Stafford. He really wanted to give that game. The fact that they're in the Super Bowl right now is only because there was a safety by the Niners that basically dropped the free ball. Like, it was like he was playing, 500 or whatever you want to call it, one up, threw the ball up in the air, the guy dropped it. Otherwise, they may not be in the Super Bowl right now, right? So Stafford... He's prone to have those interceptions once in a while. Jitters might happen. I'm going to go that Matt Stafford has more interception than Nick Suzuki has playing the Buffalo Sabres tomorrow. So Matt Stafford interceptions versus Nick Suzuki points. I'm going to merge both worlds, the Matt Staffords and the hockey, merge them together. And I think Stafford is going to outperform. So even if Suzuki has 2, Stafford might have 3 interceptions. We don't know. At plus 105. I have to do one. I have to do at least one like that. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I like that. And as you're talking, right, like Higbee might be hurt, right? He's kind of the Stafford safety blanket there at tight end, but that other tight end, their backup or whatever, their third stringer that played against the Niners, he went off. He had a big game too, right? Like he had like 5 or 6 big catches, right? So he does like to scatter around the field. Jamar Chase had those highs throughout the season, right? Where he was having his almost 200 receiving yards or something like that in some games, but then he was quiet and getting like 10 some weeks, right? Like not doing anything. So is he a little quieter in the Super Bowl? Maybe, right? So I don't hate that, and I can't see unless Chase goes off and has a couple busted coverage and goes, for like a 70-yard touchdown. I can't imagine Burrow's hitting, T. Higgins or like Uzama or something like that, right? For that, so cool. Yeah, we're gonna go before halftime, so we're getting up to the halftime. We got 2 minutes left on the clock. Will either team score in the last 2 minutes of the first half? I'm gonna say no. Someone is trying to score. They're stuck on their own end of the field. They end up just kneeling going into halftime. I see that being a likely outcome, and it's some plus money at 235. I'm gonna say yeah. So the last 2 minutes, and again, it could be anyways, right? Like if there's a big enough score, LA's got the ball, they might just sit on it and just run the clock out and say, let's just get to halftime, take the lead. All right. The fact that we're so far on the same page is absolutely scary. As soon as you mentioned Super Bowl, you mentioned sacks, I thought to Von Miller because he has an MVP. And I heard somewhere, if for some reason he has a big performance and they award him due to this defensive effort, he joins a very exclusive club of Bart Starr, Terry Bradshaw, and Eli Manning as the only other 2-time winning Super Bowl MVPs. He would be third behind Tom Brady with 5 and Joe Montana. So I would like, just in the history of the world, to be Tom Brady, Joe Montana, and Von Miller as the greatest Super Bowl MVPs of all time. And I want to live in that world. And like I have it on the screen as you're talking. I'm typing in like number of Super Bowl MVPs, and I find the Wikipedia list. So that's neat. We're on the same page. That is neat. I think all the rest of my picks kind of long shots at this point. So I got 3 more. Will there be overtime at plus 675 of the last? How many football games have we watched? So we had overtime in the Bills. Then we didn't have overtime in the Niners game, but we did have it against the Chiefs, which gives us 2 of the last 3 overtimes. Let's make it 75% over the last 4, if you want to call it that. Plus 675. Will there be overtime? Sure, why not? Super close field goal games, right? Like, and I don't know if it just goes to show like parity in the league, right? Like you almost have to kind of throw out anything, any of the baggage, any of the stuff that came in with this game. Because I mean, if you want to talk about it, the Bengals are something like 17th in the league with their DVOA. So if you kind of look at the advanced stats, they're a below average team. So 32 teams, halfway point is the 16th. They're actually in the bottom half of the league for their kind of advanced analytics, and they're in the Super Bowl. Why not? Let's keep it close. Let's just say that, stats are actually just fake, and it all comes down to heart. And the Bengals, man, they got some damn good heart. Purple. Oh, lime. All right. All right. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. All right. Let's go to a different reality, a reality where we're not just talking that we think we know that the Bengals don't have a chance. They have a chance. It's scrappy any given Sunday. Burrow has this winning pedigree. Could the game be late? Could it be a dying second? Randomly, I was just looking at long shots at this point. Bengals to be up and to win by 4 to 6 points. So they're up 2 field goals. Rams need to drive the field, get a touchdown to win, and it just doesn't happen. They fall short. Very anticlimactic. We see Burrow celebrating at plus 1,300. I don't hate that. Like, it seems somewhat realistic. If the Bengals are going to win, they're probably going to win by, I would think it'd be probably almost a full score, right? So kind of like they're up 6. Evan McPherson has a couple of field goals, so 4 to 6 points. I'm going to take that. Plus 1,300. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Well, the problem with really good quarterbacks, though, or cornerbacks, is they can just be taken out of the game. You just don't throw the ball near them, and as like a sign of respect, right? Like I remember Richard Sherman used to be like that back in the day, right? Or like the Jalen Ramseys, where their numbers don't look great, but because literally when they're over on that side of the field, you just don't play that side of the field, right? So their impact is actually nominal. They did nothing. They had no tackles, nothing. But the fact that you avoided them like a bad smell, like it was just like, oh, we don't throw over there because like something bad will happen. That's a sign of respect. And it's just hard to kind of show with like the metrics as we know it, right? Like you can't look at a box score and be like, oh, that guy did nothing, right? So that's kind of the effect he has. Does he take away the Jamar Chase in this game? Maybe. But I mean, other guys have tried and like Jamar Chase has burnt them. So yes, Jalen Ramsey will be laying face first at some point with a mask full of turf as like Chase runs past him and like jumps over him with the ball for a touchdown or something, right? So sorry, buddy. Yeah, but I do like where your head's at, and maybe Jalen Ramsey does have maybe it's into the game. Dying seconds, Burrow's trying to make his comeback. He's trying to cover. They're, down, let's say 4 points, whatever you want to call it. What if Burrow threw a pick, and it went to Ramsey, and Ramsey ran all the way back down the field, got a touchdown, had a pick six, and the game. Everyone's celebrating in LA. It's over. Burrow's been defeated. The Rams are your Super Bowl champion for the second time in a row. You know what that would pay? So the last score of the game is a Rams any other touchdown. So not passing and not rushing. So any other touchdown. So it has to be defensive. That's plus $3,500. And that's my last prop of the day. And I want to see that. And I could see that. Aaron Donald has a strip sack. Von Miller runs in, right? Puts a nail in the coffin. Go LA. That's it. That's all the props. This is it. This is our picks. This is what you're here for. This is the picks. Are you ready? I had just as a public service announcement for anyone out there, you can get on playalberta.com, so the government of Alberta gambling site, for a $20 bet. They'll give you a $100 free bet, and you're sure as shit I took that $100 free and threw it on the Bengals plus money earlier this week, last week in fact, and then it screwed up my gambling totals because I have my limit set for like, you can't lose more than $100 in a week, so I was just hamstrung the rest of the week. But I've already got that on the board. I really like that play. I think it's going to be close. I think if the Bengals even get up early, you're going to see a lot of panic from the Rams, right? And +4, it's not terrible. Yeah, the only thing I don't know if I have, and I'm trying to check awkwardly on my phone, but the site's really unintuitive. It's it's painful. It's bad. Last 30 days. I don't know. I don't know if it's +4.5. I might have +4.5, which is also a number I like. So those half points make a big difference, right? I do have +4.5. I got it early last week as soon as my limit reset Monday morning. I think that's the first thing I did. So that makes me happy. Cool. My last play of the game, we talked about it. I think the Bengals are really an impromptu story, right? LA is all in. LA has their future. They did not have a first round pick in till like something like 2075 or something like that. Like, it's a very long time. They've went all in. McVay's second kick of the can. I don't know if he can be shut out again. I know Burrow's this great feel-good story, and like, what is the moral? How did they build their team? Don't get an offensive line. Just let your quarterback play all-world and draft his buddy from college, right? Like, and have a bunch of like random defensive players that play above their metrics for a month. Cool, great, easy, done. Why do even, like, general managers shouldn't even exist? It should just be a random lottery. Anyways, because of that, Rams winning plus the under. I'm going to parlay those two together for plus 194. Grant mentioned off the top, sharp money is going under the under. I think the Rams defense is really going to step up. Aaron Donald is a bad man. He's a very bad man. There's a lot of nice pieces on that defense. I think the Bengals are going to struggle to score. So we're going to see the Rams win. Might be a close game, but Rams win, and it's going to be under. So I'm going to parlay those together for $50, and that's my big play of the day. %. 100%. And the reason I mentioned that kind of that wager is if you are planning to do some wagering this weekend, make an account. It took me like 5 minutes. Go to playalberta.com, deposit $20 onto your account, take that $100, throw it on the game. So I have my Bengals plus 4.5 covered. I can do whatever I want with the rest of my money, right? Betting on the Rams, and it's just kind of that nice free, like, here's $90 if that covers. If not, well, it was kind of love lost, right? I took my other dollars and invested it in something else, so. Oh, this is like my, like, literally everyone should take advantage of this service. Like, let's cripple the Alberta gambling, like, you know what I mean? Like, let's take that, like, the lottery money and, like, just put it in your pocket. It's that simple. Do it. Do it. Got to do Babe of the Week. So trivia game. I went to Super Bowl trivia on usefultrivia.com. We have 10 questions. Grant's going to compete. I'm just going to read out. I think it even comes with sound effects if he gets it right or wrong. For a chance to win some cards. So, was out card shopping the last couple weeks. I hate myself. We'll see how Grant does. But essentially, he has a pack of Illusion Football. I have opened some of these. They're not bad cards. Some of them are kind of nice. And, go from there. So we do not have Joe Burrow rookie cards in these, but you could get Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, lots of great fun stuff. Cards actually look kind of nice themselves too. I've opened a couple packs, had some good success. So here we go. Grant, are you ready? All right, so we're 10 questions. I think they're about Super Bowl history, so not specifically this one. Who was the MVP of the first Super Bowl? If you don't know off the top of your head, we have Joe Namath, Len Dawson, Johnny Unitas, and Bart Starr. Did you hear that ding? It comes with sound effects. I'm very excited. So, look at that. All right. So, question 2: what Dallas Cowboy had his helmet stolen at the 1994 Super Bowl? Oh, there we go. He didn't even need the option. So he always has the options. If he knows off the top of the head, he can make a guess. Otherwise, I can read him for multiple choice. He's got a 25% chance. This is great. What was the first wild card team to make or to win a Super Bowl? So your options are the Bears, the Jets, the Raiders, and the Redskins. Oops, that's no good. Oh no. I think we have to keep going, or we could just stop there. We just say you got it wrong. But maybe let's find out. I'm gonna go Raiders. There you go. 81. It was Raiders. Huh, cool. So, what player holds the record for the most rushing yards in a single Super Bowl? All right, so we got Marcus Allen, Emmitt Smith, Franco Harris, or Timmy Smith. Oh, Emmitt Smith? No. Timmy Smith? Really? Huh. At Super Bowl 22. All right, cool. Timmy. I actually laughed because I thought that was the dumbest name. I was like, they clearly just made that guy up. What player holds the record for the most career fumbles in a Super Bowl? All right. So you got Terry Bradshaw, Thurman Thomas, Roger Staubach, or Jim Kelly. Mm-hmm. Ah, darn. So we're at Terry Bradshaw? No. Thurman Thomas? Really? Staubach. Should have kept track. How many of these did you get? Yeah, 2. All right. 2 out of 5. All right. So number 6. What performer had an infamous costume manufacturer or malfunction during the halftime show of Super Bowl XXXVIII? Yeah. All right. So Grant's he's got 4 questions left. He's got 3. He could get to 50% people, maybe even above. Maybe that determines how many cards he gets out of a 20-card pack. Oh my gosh. So who is the only player from a losing team to be awarded the Super Bowl MVP? Makes it look easy, guys. He's making it look easy. That's up to 4 correct answers. 3 questions left on the board. What quarterback led the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history? That's a real question. I'm sorry. Kyle Pitts looks like he has lots of upside, though, so that's pretty exciting. Grant's got 50%! It's pretty exciting. We got 2 questions left. Oh, look at this last one. That's fun. So who is the only starting quarterback to win a Super Bowl with 2 different teams? Peyton? I think that's wrong. I think there's 2 answers. And Tom Brady. They're both there. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. I'm guessing Peyton Manning is right, but this is out of date. So, all right. 100%. And Tom Brady also won it with 2. So, obviously, they haven't updated this thing since last year. So what does that give you? That gives you, we were at 5, 6, 7. All right. So can Grant get 8? Means he only got 2 wrong. It's not bad. How much were the most expensive tickets to Super Bowl I? $24, $96, $12, or $48? Yeah. All right. Let's. Yeah. No, $9.96. $12. And so tickets for the very first Super Bowl topped out at $12, and the game didn't sell out. Probably. All right. So 14 or 7 questions right. So if we have 20 cards, we'll call it 2 cards per guess. You get 14 of the 20. That means I get to keep 6 of these bad boys. Okay. All right. That makes lots of sense. All right. All right, that's pretty smart. These packs usually have like the good cards in the middle, so you basically just take out the ends. Son of a gun. All right, so here we go. So I'm gonna take 3 off the top. 1, 2, 3. 3 off the back. 1, 2, 3. I don't see any hits there, so good job, Grant. Good job. These cards are kind of cool. They have like these like dark backgrounds. The players there. And if you can't, yeah, they are. So Devontae Smith was the very first card I showed. I have DK Metcalf here. He's kind of got his neon jersey. Tutu Atwell, rookie wide receiver, I believe, for the Rams. We got Alvin Kamara, Mr. I'm going to get drunk and have battery charges after the Super Bowl, or after the Pro Bowl himself. Oh, we got a Trevor Lawrence rookie card. So, see if he does anything. Cam Akers, speaking of. Oh man, this card's like, look at this card. Huh. You got I think it's a hollow variation, because it's like a different color. So it's like a green variation. Kenneth Gainwell rookie card, numbered of 175. It's not bad. Yeah, that is nice. We've got an Amari Cooper Rising Star. I got a Chuba Hubbard as a rookie card. We pulled a Joe Burrow, but unfortunately, not a rookie. That's too bad. We got a regular Kenneth Gainwell card, so if you ever want to trade, and notice how it's kind of a little bit lighter. Look at this guy. Look at this guy pulling a Tua. We got a Ryan Tannehill. And I got a Najee Harris. So, that was a great pull of cards. I'm going to take that. Sleeve that guy. They're called Illusion. It was like one of the last of the yeah, that were just pulled. I think I have like a box. I have like a big mega box that I pulled that has like a patch in it at least, or some autos or something like that. So yeah, they seem like nicer cards. I saw a bunch and then I grabbed some more this week. There's more variation. Again, Walmart 130th in Calgary. Go there for all your cards needs. This is what I do with my life. I have no life, and I buy cards. What did I get? I got nothing noteworthy. I think I got Josh Jacobs, Miles Sanders, Kyle Trask, Anthony Schwartz, Jared Goff, and Ezekiel Elliott. So, yeah. Yes, indeed. Cool. Sure do. Oh. Yeah, there's a butt pick right there. And an adventure pick. Oh, and now she's maybe post-coitus in that one? Good for her. Huh. That's a hell of a sandwich right there, too. That's nice. That's it. Nice. So that wraps up our show for another week. For the week, where I think we're back next week, probably regular standard. Discuss how we did. Or then we just peter out and we stop talking like a couple weeks before. We just never finish, Yeah. Yeah. I think so. So with that, we're not tired right now. The last thing we have to say is enjoy the Super Bowl and party on, Grant. Bye.